Let's examine one of the most common weight loss methods known to man, counting calories. Everyone who's ever tried to lose weight has tried some type of calorie restricting method. Here's a question. If losing weight was this easy, would there be any overweight people? The simple act of counting calories is a billion-dollar industry, and some could argue its success is rooted in your failure. More on that in a moment. We're about to dive into the science behind losing weight and counting calories, but first let's talk about the results of counting calories. Counting calories has led to millions of people meticulously weighing every piece of chicken they've put in their mouth. Yes, some of those people have lost weight, a worthy reward for label reading, the measuring, the journaling of every morsel of food they put into their mouth. But there's been millions who have experienced soul-crushing moments when all this effort and energy clearly fails as they stand there naked and depressed, looking down at the bathroom scale. Did you know that counting calories is a diet concept that's over 100 years old? Yep. A book written by Lulu Hunt titled Diet and Health was published in 1918. In her book, Lulu introduced the idea of looking at food as a calorie. So you're not starting to make a sandwich with that piece of bread. No, you're starting with 100 calories. Little did Lulu Hunt know, but she was pioneering a multi-billion-dollar industry with the publication of her book. So, does counting calories work? Let's take a look at the science, but first remember, everyone's unique, so before attempting any weight loss program, you should consult your doctor. Counting calories is just one of the many methods the diet industry has used to make millions of dollars. Some people will swear by counting calories, while you can also find those who say this is a simplification of a complex process of digestion and energy utilization in the body. I suppose you can say they are both right. If you reduce your caloric intake for the next couple of weeks, you will lose weight, particularly if your calories burned exceed your calories consumed. So it does work. But is this a lifestyle that works for the long term? I mean years and decades? Ask that question and there's some more skepticism. And here's the underlying problem. Do these people who experience short-term weight loss end up weighing even more 6 months later? Let's examine this. First, let's look at basic biology, which tells us a caloric deficit is always needed to lose weight, and exercise consumes calories, so there's a plus in that equation. But our bodies burn calories for all of our bodily function. So there's more to caloric management than just how much we move and how much energy is required to digest our food. And I know there's been millions of people who've counted every calorie, spent hours exercising, and feel like their efforts resulted in little to no change. Plus, there's scientific evidence that when you're trying to lose weight, you need to be focused on what you eat, not the amount of food you consume. Here's 4 studies. I encourage you to read these studies. I will put the links below, but I will share with you the treetop conclusion they all make. Weight loss can be accomplished without a caloric deficit. What they find is, yes, a caloric reduction, no matter what diet you follow, will result in weight loss for a couple of months. But over time, your body will fight back and the weight will return. Well, I guess that settles absolutely nothing. So if counting calories works for you, fantastic. You should continue to do so, as long as it's supporting a long-term healthy lifestyle. But today, the diet industry and methods like counting calories has created a scenario where 2 out of 3 American adults are overweight. And the solution? Yet another attempt at high-fat, low-fat, teas, caloric restrictions, hypnosis, all meat, no wonder they call it yo-yo dieting. Sadly, the only thing these fads accomplish is a slow deterioration of your self-esteem. You end up feeling sad and defeated, and you're struggling with health issues. And you haven't got the energy to try the newest, latest, or greatest from the diet industry. Your health and well-being isn't up to it anymore. Listen. Fact is, 95% of diets don't work. That 5% really is an exclusive group. Too many people are caught in a terrible cycle of losing and then gaining weight back. The net result is people are heavier and less healthy, leaving people with things like scale anxiety. Hey, do you really want to step on the scale each morning? Do you have pants that don't fit, that end up getting jammed into the back of the closet? And a general level of self-esteem that makes leaving the house sometimes unpleasant, or at worst, unbearable. If any of this resonates, can I please tell you it's not your fault? The real cause of your increased belly and body fat has nothing to do with how much you diet, how much you starve yourself or deprive yourself of your favorite foods. That's because everything you thought you knew about why your body is gaining weight and how to lose stubborn fat is wrong. Your health condition and your weight gains have nothing to do with not putting enough hours in at the gym, or would be different if you didn't know what a donut tastes like. Nope. It can be boiled down to two reasons: aging and stress that creates a hormonal condition that promotes weight gain. Your health is not tied to your willpower. Restriction is not the answer. For most, fasting for long periods of time doesn't provide the answer, so you're not going to will yourself to be a thinner, healthier you. I know what you're thinking. I can't stop time, and life's not going to stop being stressful, so do I really have no options? Actually, that's wrong, and that's part of the problem. First, you need to stop blaming yourself. It's not your fault. We've all been fed misinformation. Even if the intentions were good, many of the food and diet information we received were wrong. And I'm afraid there's an entire industry that benefits when the general public doesn't lose a single pound. Thankfully, there's another option. When a nutritional expert discovered that he himself was having difficulty controlling his weight and his health was failing, he went on a journey that led him to discover 8 all-natural elements that help restore your body back to a metabolic condition similar to your younger days, including your weight. It's a simple, all-natural supplement that's FDA approved and comes with a complete guarantee. Want to learn more? I've included a link to a video that explains his supplement in detail. So here's a question you need to ask right now. Are you tired of being on that yo-yo diet? Do you feel like the diet industry, every bit of information you've gotten has failed you? Well, if so, why don't you do yourself a favor? Click on that link below and you might just be a couple of minutes away from improving your health. I wish you nothing but the best. Good luck.